Okay, friends, Doc South. And when I first started DJing, where I actually DJ'd and had a very good time doing it? Senior care centers. Yes, yes. Because I play older music. It's right up their alley. They, you can't ask for a more willing audience than to play big band music for, or music of the 50s and 60s than the music I play. It's it's fantastic stuff, and really gets the older folks rather geared up. They do like it. And senior care centers, senior centers of all types, facilities and such, organizations, homes, villages, do dig the scene. And I'd be glad, very glad to do that for people. The music I play tends to come from if I were at such a place, would be music from, I'd say, the late 30s, the 40s, the 50s, all that mellow stuff out of the 50s, but even the doo-wop. Because you face it, someone my age would have grown up in the doo-wop era, and they'd probably they'd go out of their gourds to hear Lee Andrews and the Hearts singing a tune. Huh? I know. And even the 60s, and perhaps a tad of the 70s would be, again, just heaven sent. And, you could have me out to play for maybe 2 or 3 hours, maybe an hour, and, I charge accordingly, depending on the hours. It would be reasonable, and it would be fun. I certainly could do it, and I'd be proud to do it and happy to do it. The folks just have a ball. Now, maybe they can't get up and dance, but I've seen where perhaps the attendants at a senior care center will wheelchair dance with the people, or just walk up to them and hold their hands and dance a bit as the tune plays. Maybe it might be an old Frank Sinatra tune or what have you. Also, sometimes the residents will ask, do I have a certain song? If I do, heck yeah, I'll play it. We could even maybe leave a list, ask for a list to be sent to me before I leave, the house to go. And perhaps I could have the records, some of the records they wanted to hear at the ready. It's, it's, and you make it sort of a little party atmosphere. Maybe if it's a warm day like today is, maybe you do the party outside under the shade. If it's winter, well, inside, maybe in the cafeteria or the rec room, the gathering room. Invite the family along if perhaps they want to come, and voila, a good time will be had by all. At least the music will be good, I can tell you that much. And you get some of the residents to think of games. Not the residents, but the attendants and the staff can put together games the residents can play. They'll know better what their abilities would be, but gee, a lot could be done. And it makes for a pleasant day, again, for these folks. And I would think one they would remember and enjoy to have time after time. Anyway, I thought I'd say. Again, remember, if you're thinking of this, the best thing to do is just message me on this, off this video, and with perhaps a way to reach you, and I'll give you a call. Maybe you got a phone, if you're the activities director, just say that's what you are, and here's a phone number. I can give you a ring and see what's up. I would say, at worst, the prices might be $300 for 3 hours or so, and that, or if we were an hour, maybe 150, something like that. Okay, because there's set up and knock down and set up and all that. So it's a bit of a day, but I'd be more than happy to do it. So And it's being old myself, I know you get to a point where what's going on in modern times isn't really up. I know for me, what's going on in modern days isn't really up my alley. I, I mean, I'm happier listening to something out of the 60s and the early 70s and the doo-wop era. I mean, to me, that's what I would like to hear. And even the mellow sounds of those eras, those decades, was just really something I liked, and most people my age do. So anyway, I thought I'd say, be more than happy to do what I can. And you know how to contact me. Again, just message me on the on this video. You'll see where there's room to do it. Now I will definitely get back to you. So there you go. Catch you later, and I hope to hear from you soon, because this is definitely an idea that might be a goodie. And a lot of times too, real quick I should say, I work for a supermarket, but there's days where I can call out, or I can arrange to be off that day, and so there's no, we won't be hurting the food supply, that's for sure. Okay, thought I'd say. I'll catch you later. Bye now and God bless.